What's up everybody, Justin, the WOD nutritionist here. Here at CBG, we help you lose body fat, build muscle, and help you look like you do 4 to 5 watts per week without tracking macros. Today's topic is around the do's and don'ts of body recomp. For those of you that don't know what body recomp is losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. I like to call it the swoley grail. In doing 4 to 5 watts per week, we're busting our butt in our box and we need to be doing the right things nutritionally. And so I'm gonna give you 5 do's and don'ts if your goal is body recomp and you wanna actually look more like you do 4 to 5 watts per week. Before we start, 70% of the people that watch my videos do not subscribe. Guys, don't play me like that. Click the subscribe button below so you can get more information like this free from me each week here on our YouTube channel. Let's get into it. Number 1, you do want to add more protein to your diet. You don't want to eliminate carbs. So the do is more protein. Do not eliminate carbs. Let me explain this. Protein is the most important macro if you're doing 4 to 5 watts per week. It helps you retain the muscle you have, build more muscle over time. It helps you lose body fat by keeping you satiated. It's literally what our muscles are made up of. And it's the big recovery macro for our WODs, all right? Especially if we're going intensely and we're doing lots of strength training. Protein is a must, not a negotiable. So we do need to add in more protein to reach our body recomp goals. However, we do not want to cut carbs. Why? Because carbs are the second most important macro in our primary fuel source for our workouts. They literally are the machinery. If you put gas into a car, carbs are the fuel for our WODs. And so we need to make sure that we don't eliminate or cut carbs. Now, Justin, I want to get into a certain calorie range and I want to make sure that I have enough carbs, but I'm not putting on unwanted body fat. Where do I cut calories? If you're gonna cut calories, cut them from fat. Now, I'm not saying go to 0 grams of fat. You need to still make sure that you have enough to support central nervous system recovery, to support your hormone levels, but we want to cut calories from fat before we cut them from carbs. So keep this in mind. If you need to get in a caloric range and you need to pick a macro, pick fat. Next, do add more strength training. Do not add more WODs and cardio. Now, this may be a surprise and controversial to some of you, but adding more strength training means we're going to add in more muscle. We're going to get stronger over time. When we have more muscle, guess what? Our basal metabolic rate, otherwise known as our BMR, goes up. When our BMR goes up, we can lose body fat a lot easier. So those with more muscle tend to lose body fat easier and not be cranky all the time trying to reach their fat loss goals because they could still eat a good bit and lose fat at the same time. What we do not want to do for recomp is just add in a bunch of cardio and add in a bunch of more watts. This is not sustainable. Just adding in a bunch more cardio to burn more calories, it just doesn't make sense long term. Get in your WOD almost every single day, 4 to 5 watts per week. Focus on nutrition. If you want to add in more workouts, add in more strength training. It's going to increase that BMR. It's going to give you a better chance at your recomp goal long term. Third, do not want to sauna and cold plunge. We do want to sleep more. So the do is to sleep more and the do not is sauna and cold plunge. Also controversial, but hear me out. Sleeping is very critical. A lot of research coming out even showing that women need more sleep than men to be able to recover properly and do all the things that we need to do. Sleeping more is going to be our primary recovery tool to build more muscle, hit our workouts more intensely, and see results. Now, cold plunge. Does that help with recovery? Yeah. Sauna? Yeah. But here's the thing. It's not really helping change body composition all that much, and it's not really going to shred fat off your body or all these other claims that people make. You're in there for literally 5 minutes. Yes, you are burning calories in a really cold atmosphere, but the temperature difference and the amount of time you're in there to get there, it's just not really burning as many calories as you think. And it's the same thing with the sauna. It just doesn't make that big of a difference when it comes to losing body fat or building muscle for that matter. And so instead, do sleep more and do not sauna, cold plunge all the time. It's a great mental challenge. It does help a little bit with recovery, but that's about it. Number 4, do take creatine. Do not drink BCAAs. Also maybe controversial, but creatine is the most important performance supplement out there, especially if you're doing 4 to 5 watts per week. It helps convert ADP into ATP. Excellent. This which helps with 5 rep, 3 rep, 1 rep maxes WODs, and at the end portion of those WODs for us to push a little bit more. So incorporating creatine 5 grams per day, doesn't matter what time you take it, it's really gonna make a huge difference in your performance. You're gonna see your body composition change, I promise you. So incorporate 5 grams of creatine daily. Do not incorporate BCAAs. Now, BCAAs are branched chain amino acids. Amino acids are what protein and eventually our muscles are made up of. So Justin, what the hell are you talking about? Why shouldn't I take BCAAs? Branched chain amino acids only have a few of the essential amino acids we need to actually protein muscle synthesis and build muscle. We need all of the other amino acids to do this. We need a complete protein source like steak and chicken and all these other foods that we consider proteins. BCAAs only have a few of those amino acid essential building blocks. So this is kind of like trying to build a car when you only have the transmission, the engine, and the wheels. You don't have the body of the vehicle, you don't have the spark plugs, you don't have anything. You don't have the hubcaps or the rims. You can't drive it. It's not going to work. And so therefore you're not going to build any muscle by incorporating BCAAs, unfortunately. It's just really expensive flavored drink. So keep this in mind. Very, very, very expensive, not worth the money. Do incorporate creatine. Do not take BCAAs. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. Number 5 is do eat in a slight calorie surplus or maintenance. Do not limit your calories. Slight surplus or calorie maintenance ensures our body's getting enough, and it helps promote that muscle growth as we're losing body fat. You're gonna have to be patient, but this is the way Recomp works. We don't need to be at a deficit. We don't need to be at a crazy amount of food over what our body needs because we don't want to putting on body fat. We actually want to be losing it. And so therefore we need to be at our calorie maintenance or a slight surplus and do this consistently. Prioritizing protein, all the things we talked about. You guys got this, right? But don't limit your calories. You don't want to be at a significant deficit. Being 1,000 calories in a deficit, you're certainly not going to build muscle doing that. Building muscle is an anabolic process. We do need to be at maintenance or a slight surplus to do that. And so therefore limiting our calories is not going to work. So keep this in mind. These are the do's and the don'ts if you're doing 4 to 5 WODs per week and body recomposition is your goal. All right, team, if you're looking to lose body fat and build muscle and you're tired of wasting time on your own and you want to start to look like you do 4 to 5 WODs per week within the next 8 weeks, go ahead, click the link below this video, book a call with me or somebody from my team. We will qualify and make sure we can help you and take you through the next steps in our one-on-one coaching system and provide the best world-class nutrition coaching experience you've ever seen so that you can actually start feeling confident, looking like you do 4 to 5 WODs per week, smashing PRs, getting stronger. And that's it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Justin, the WOD nutritionist. See you soon.